Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, afternoon, and evening for my fellow watchers and to my lecturer. I am Muhammad Naim bin Awang alias Musran, and further information is on the left from the bottom left on the slide. And today I will presenting Song District Chongqing slide for international business. Okay, let's get into Yuzhong District background. So let's start with the origin name of Yuzhong itself. It literally translated to Central Yu. Yu here is derived way back to Yu River, which is now called Jialing River. It traced back to Sui dynasty during 518 to 618 AD with the name Yu Zhou. During Sovereign Song Dynasty, 1189 AD, it changes to Chongqing, means double celebration, due to the coincidentally attack to the emperor's personal name Chao Tun. So, how it changed to Chongqing can be traced um, by the Chao Dun feels similar to Chao Yu district. So, um, how how it becomes a taboo? Why he personally get feel attacked? Because you is means it's mean to change, and Dun means honest. So Emperor's personal name is Chao Dun, honest. Um, will feel a little bit similar um, or can change the district name of Yuzhou, which people will feel like it is unhonorable to have the emperor's name and the district name intertwined with each other. So to fit this um, new name for Yuzhong, the emperors used this chance to put his two promotion, which is become the Prince of Kong and the emperor. He named it Chongqing. So now to the recent era during 1997 to reorganize the many districts of Chongqing, the government decided to revive back to its ancient root name Yu and make it the heart of Chongqing, Yuzhong. So for the regional flags, unfortunately Yuzhong or Chongqing do not have their own official flag. But what can I found is the National Games of China, Chongqing's flag. So this is the only flag that is accessible right now. For the maps, you can see on the top right of the slide. So Yuzhong is actually around the central part of China, and Yuzhong itself is on the western hemisphere. Okay, uh, for the geographical features, Yuzhong district is confluence, as you can see, between two rivers, Jialing River and Yangtze River. And there's a hilly terrain or steep mountainside, and as you can see on the narrow part, that's the valley which ancient people usually cultivate their culture. And then, due to these geographical features, urban structure design for populated alley fitted onto this hillside and form four multi-layers plain, which make the city vertically ground instead of horizontally, like any other civilization do. So, highest density landscape compared to other districts in Chongqing. 2. And then for the final part of geographical features, ecological and special features of the hills make the nature view like the green vegetation still accessible for the people that living in the high elevation. So let's get to the part of administration of area. Yuzhong District is a county-level administrative division governed by the Yuzhong District People Government, governing 23 kilometers square area. It influenced the control over 12 sub-districts, and with the most packed in Yuzhong District is Jiefangpei Sub-District, administrating in urban planning and management, public services, economic development, transport administration, and public safety. The motto for the sub-district unfortunately do not exist too, but for the municipality of it, um, fortunately it has. It is to be mentioned like Xingqiang Li Qi Kuang Da. It means vast and great with every step you take. It written in classical Chinese and introduced in 2018. Okay, let's get into this additional info about the multi-layer state of this Yuzhong district. So, the layer 1 is the riverside and base transport and the historic corps. So, as you can see on this bottom right of this slide, you see there's a river, and above the river supposed to be called the layer 1 of Yuzhong district. And then on the layer 2, the mid-level slopes, tilted buildings and cliff sites. So above this river, you can see the tilted building and the cliff site that it's built on. And then above that layer, there's a layer 3, which is Hilltop District Commercial and Residential Area. You can see on the above of that picture is I believe that's the third layer. And then the final layer, which is like the peak of the skyscrapers of Chongqing Yuzhong district cities, is the rooftop and skybird pedestrian network. So you must be thinking how people going to connect with all of this layer, considering it is quite packed already. So they use staircase and escalator cutting directly vertically. So if they want to go to the first layer, they can just walk to the escalator or staircase. Then switching back the roads means the layer 1 and layer 2 have the road to drive their cars, so they can get around in Yuzhong district. For elevator and cable cars also exist, especially to get into this Yuzhong district through the Yangtze River and also Jialing River. Okay, let's go into the demographic of Yuzhong, China in Chongqing. The overall population in 2024, with the estimation of following trend, it is count near 566,000 people in the district. If the latest annual survey in 2022 census were 578,000 people. Based on this graph, from 2020 to 2024, there is an occurrence of population decline. This is due to urban redevelopment and rising costs, active population dispersion policy, urban car migration, low birth rates, and aging population. There is the number of male and females on this population. According to the census in 2020, the male population is 294,900 and female population is 293,800. This ratio showed a near perfect gender balance, which showed how mature some urban core in China, which historically male dominant. This is due to urban migration patterns a central business in service district like finance, commerce, government, and tourism. Other factors: aging population, which women initially have a longer life expectancy, which lead to more female distribution. The district population by age group, as you can see on the top left corner, there is age 0 to 14 children, 8.37%, suggesting there is a birth rate decline due to the low percentage. This is due to high cost of living in China make young families neglect increasing their household. Outward migration for young adults to live cheaper life. Urban lifestyle that focuses on financial and career stability push marriage to less of possibility. And then there's the elder group, which is in the range of age 60 plus and 65 plus and above. Why that is too? Because 60 plus is the retirement age in China, and 65 plus is the international retirement age around the world. The percentage is 39.44%, which is 22.66% plus 16.78%, suggesting there is a high domination from this age category, making Yuzhong as deeply aged society. This is due to aging people residing there permanently, better healthcare services, and younger people living, left old people alone. Let's go to the transportation side in Yuzhong. There is road, railway, air, river, and anything else beside there. In road style, there is quite complex because of there's a regional, national, and intracity travel all within this small 23 kilometer square area district. There is expressways that could go further length to other routes like Shanghai, Guizhou, Guangzhou, and Chengdu, connecting major regions of China. There is bridges like Chaotianmen Bridge and Qibanpo Bridge directly connect the Yuzhong Peninsula to all other major districts of Chongqing. Inner city roads, which is a famous complex network of winding cliffsides, roads, spiraling interchanges, and tunnels. The second mode of transport is railway. It can carry high-capacity passengers and freight transport over lands. It has two categories: metropolitan inner city, like Chongqing Rail Transit (CRT). It connects both Yuzhong Peninsula and sub-district within the municipality. And then there is national, which is the external part. There is China Railway. It connects nationally with another region like Chengdu. Then the third mode of transport is air. While Yuzhong district do not have any air accessibility, the nearest north district of it in Jiangpei has Chongqing Jiangpei International Airport (CKG), primarily served as the city airport, and Yuzhou, fortunately, could easily access there by metro and expressways. The air routes available for domestic routes in China, like Beijing, or even international routes like to Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, or anywhere else. For the fourth mode of transport, there is river. They are utilized for major logistic, bulk cargo for transports, and tourist cruises. Provides a direct, cost-effective waterway link to all major industrial cities downriver like Wuhan, Nanjing, Shanghai, and onward to even global shipping routes. This is because Yangtze and Jialing River can go to the east side of China and go ship all this bulk to all around the world. And this is can see by the port of can be seen in port of Chongqing. which is the main port on the upper Yangtze. Other transport is like happen because of geographical complex, like with complication need to be implemented. There is CRT metro that like we say in railway, but a special creative use for the city. Like there is C3 line, which is 1, 2, and 6, converge under Yuzhong, with station with different vertical levels. Like line 1 run east and west. Line 2 runs in a U shape through the core of urban area. Line 6 run north and south. Public escalators and elevators also is implementing in this city because it is too high for two people to take a staircase or anything else. So a lot of these buildings in Yuzhou district has these public escalators and elevators easily publicly accessed. Then there is also cable car. Cable car from a north or south part of Chongqing can easily enter to Yuzhong district. Okay, let's go to the raw materials, which is around the agricultural, livestock, fisheries, and natural minerals. Spoilers, there is nothing to extract in Yuzhong district. This is because it's impossible to extract it within this small 23-kilometer area square district. They have to ship this raw material within Chongqing or outside of Chongqing. These reasons are agriculture and livestock are not possible due to the mass developments of buildings and left no arable land to farm nor pastures. Then the fisheries, there is no commercial fisheries can be seen, and because despite of surrounded by Yangtze and Jialing River due to ports, road and flood control, all of those traffics makes it unsuitable for fisheries. And then natural minerals, even the mining activities can't be seen. Any mineral resources that might exist are inaccessible beneath the foundation of the city. In fact, quarrying will bring a catastrophic instability to the established buildings. Okay, let's go to the unique products. Since Yuzhong is not an industrial nor agricultural producer, this is the only unique product can be found in Yuzhong. One of it is Chongqing hot pot base. If you like spicy food, come to Yuzhong. While hot pot is a regional cuisine, Yuzhong as the historic center is home to some of the most famous and traditional hot pot restaurants and manufacturers. The specific blend of chili, Sichuan pepper, beef tallow, and other spices packaged into base kits is a definitive product of the area, with brands like Daezhuang and Xiao Qiao having deep roots here. People all over China buy these bases to recreate authentic Chongqing flavor at home. Then there is Chongqing beer, and while now a large corporation, the origins of this iconic regional beer brand are in Yuzhong district. It remains the most popular and recognizable beer in southwest China, and its flagship brand is a point in local pride. Though it is owned by Carlsberg Group and holds a 79% total economic interest of Chongqing Brewery in the joint venture and its consolidated assets, including the brewery activities. Okay, let's go to the culture. In Yuzhong district, there is 5 recognizable culture that you can see. First is the culture of riverside bang bang. The Bang Bang army are porters who carry heavy loads up and down the steep slopes and staircases of the city using a bamboo pole or a bangzi. This profession was born directly from Yuzhong geography before modern transport. They were the vital moving goods between the river ports, Layer 1, and the commercial markets on the hilltops, Layer 3. While their numbers are dwindling due to elevators and vehicles, they remain a powerful cultural symbol of the city's gritty, hard-working spirit and are still visible presence. Then, the second culture is the social ritual of hotpot. More than just a meal, hotpot is the primary social activity in Chongqing. In Yuzhong, home of the oldest and most famous hotpot restaurants, the experience is intense and communal. From business elites to families. And then there is the tea house culture. The traditional tea house is the cornerstone of daily life, especially for older residents. Unlike quiet meditative tea houses elsewhere, those in Yuzhong, like the famous transportation tea house, are bustling, noisy social hubs. They serve as community living rooms where people gather to play mahjong and cards, discuss business, gossip, and simply watch the world go by. The culture persists fiercely in Yuzhong as a cherished relic of old Chongqing life in the midst of the modern skyscrapers. Then there is modern city leisure. The way people relax and socialize is shaped by the 3D landscape of Yuzhong. A common custom is to simply hang out on the steep staircase and alleys, people watching and enjoying the evening breeze. And due to the lack of large flat parks, public life happens on the vertical infrastructure that city has built viewport platforms and decks on cliff sides and bridges, making looking at the city lights a fundamental right time activity. The practice of taking evening walks, Sanbu, involves navigating these dramatic elevation changes. And then there is the last culture, which is famous in other Chinese culture outside of Yuzhong, is river worship and dragon boat festival. Uh, but in Yuzhong, it's a bit of special because there is two rivers. So, um, as a city born from the confluence of these two rivers, water culture is deep rooted. The Duanwu Festival, Dragon Boat Festival, is celebrated with great enthusiasm. Dragon boat races on Jialing and Yangtze River are a famous event. The traditions here are tied to the life of the boat who live on a boat, involving custom to pray for safety, fortune on the water, reflecting Yuzhong origin. Okay, now we get to the last slide, historical and tourism side. There is three types. First is the ancient and architectural history that you guys can go to. First is Hongya Cave, a spectacular stilted building complex built into the cliffside on the banks of the Jialing River. While the current structure is a modern recreation, it is built in the traditional Jiaojiao stilted building architectural style that was once ubiquitous in old Chongqing. Then there is Luohan Temple, a serene and active Buddhist temple dating back to the Northern Song dynasty around 1064 AD. Then there is the World War II and wartime capital history, Chikikou Ancient Town, a preserved ancient town on the banks of the Jialing River, technically in Shapingba district, but directly adjacent to and historically part of Yuzhong Sphere. It was a crucial commercial port during the Ming and Qing dynasties. And then there's the General Joseph W. Stilwell Museum, the former residence of the headquarters of General Joseph Stilwell. the top American military advisor to China and commander of Allied force in the China-Burma-India theater during World War II. Then there is sites of the 8th Route Army Chongqing office. This includes the Red Crag village, Hongyangchun, and the Zhou Enlai former residence, Solkongguan. These were the official bases for the Communist Party, the delegation led by Zhou Enlai during the United Front period in Chongqing, 1938 to 1946. And then there is the religious and cultural history site, which is Huguang Guild Hall, a beautiful and complex assembly hall from the Ming and Qing dynasty built by immigrants from Hunan, Hubei, Guangdong, and Guangxi provinces. That's all from me. Thank you and have a nice holiday.